Hello, I'm Cincinnati Man, and I'm here to talk to you about Love is Blind, episode 13, the reunion. I purposely did not watch it for 12 days. I counted. It's November 12th, 2024, and I refused to watch it. Actually, what really happened was I had a cold or a flu for a week. I was coughing and phlegming, lost my voice really bad, and I started watching other things. And then I got it better, and I still kept on avoiding it. My best friend Amber was like, "Oh, you're gonna hate it," and she was right. Um, this show, unintentionally does show you the difference between uh, men and women unintentionally, because of I've seen 3 seasons, and what I've noticed, if you notice, men do not gang up on someone else and attack them vehemently, but it's acceptable for women to do it. It just is. And it's just like, and then this Nick got jumped on for a bit, and the guys were just sitting there, and two guys threw him under the bus, even though those guys defended themselves vehemently about what happened, and none of the other guys jumped on them. They just let them. Steven was like, "Yeah, Nick said it," and then when it came to him, "I'm sorry, yeah." Steven was a mess. Whatever. He was just there to be like, "Yeah, I did everything, but I'm open about it." It's like, that's not good enough, but. Monica was at fault because she was like, "Well, he's open about his cheating. Everybody else, I didn't know they cheated." That's not a good reason to be with somebody. Um, so that was that. They were them. Marissa has a lot of stuff to get through. She's a very pretty young lady, but I always say this to anybody, or I say that I've been saying this a lot lately. The nice and sweet, oh, love, happiness, hee hee. People be some of the meanest people. There's so many women I know that they think that if you heard the stuff they've said or done and they've been mean, you'd be sitting like shocked because she was jumping down Nick's throat with Hannah, and everybody thought Hannah was the mean girl. Ramsey looked like a defeated man. He looked like he did not want to be there. He looked like he was crying before it. Finding out they still hook up, it was like I was shocked, but it's like duh, whatever. He said, I didn't want to come off like that about the contraceptive thing. I wasn't giving her an ultimatum. It's that passive aggressive. I don't like this. So you better figure it out because I don't like it. And they kept on doing that weird kind of like, whatever. So, Nick, yeah, Nick. Also, just showed you they were more than willing to talk about stuff behind the scenes, not nationally said, which is very mature of Nick. Like, I'm not going to say anything publicly that I never said on camera, that he never said to her face about reservations and stuff. And she was all for telling all the business. And that's another thing. Like, is it really bad if you never say nothing in front of the camera? And they're like, well, I heard from here, in the on the camp behind the camp. Yeah, because it's called having respect to not say that. Even though they're on camera, people still are holding back certain things. I'm glad he's not looked at as the villain. He just seemed to be just a normal dude trying to figure it out, and the false lie of who want to get famous on Love Is Blind kind of thing. It's like, come on, everybody on there who chooses to continue to use social media after this is leveraging their fame to progress themselves in status and money monetarily. Um, the two couples that oh Tim and Tim and Ashley, that was so I was confused because most of the time during the season I was mad at Tim. And then you get a little bit what she said, like, oh, she called him a bitch. I'm like, yeah, that was totally out of pocket and unwarranted. I get that. And he was so mad at her. It was like she said, like he killed somebody, that she killed somebody that he knew, or a dog or something. But there's I don't know who to believe. Like, I feel like there's elements where there's something missing, and he was in a rage, and I was really shocked. And she does, and I get what he's trying to say. Like, she don't care about certain things, but he did talk in circles. And when she explained the specific things that she was specifically try to counterpoint things, but I feel like he should have had more examples instead of just everything. And you almost, I don't, do not do this. Love Is Blind, but you almost need like a Love Was Blind court or something. But whatever. Um, was it Ashley and Tyler? Awesome. Awesome that they're together. I'm still confused by the whole donor thing. It's interesting how Tyler felt like he felt like he was abandoned by his father, and then he gives somebody children, but family is the most important thing in his life. But it's like, hey, those are your children. That's your thing. I gave you that. I know there's been stuff popping up on the internet, but I'm just talking about how it feels in this particular moment. Like, I felt devastated. My dad, happened to my mom, and then you just help people have kids and don't want no association with them after it became awkward with you and the person after her wife left her, so you became like the family man. Then you disengage, and then you be like, oh, that's y'all. But you don't want to be abandoned, and you don't want to. It's just. I feel sorry for the kids. Um, Ashley's just saying, "Hey, I know my man, and I know more than everybody else, and I hope that they continue to build." And yeah, I don't know. I don't think Tyler was advising him. Who knows? He probably would. Yeah, help people out. It's like, Ashley and Garrett was awesome. I'm glad Garrett over the season, Garrett's personality came out more and more and more to its final form, because he was very rigid, and I was concerned about that he wouldn't be able to open up emotionally. And he was 10 toes down, ready to move across the coast, and he was nervous. You could tell he was nervous about it, but they finally talked about it, and they had both previously lived in DC, and it worked out, and they're going to live in DC, and that is awesome that Taylor took the time to take into account of how great of a man he is to her, and that she was like, okay, you know what, I like Washington too, and that was awesome. And the glow up and everything, it was really cool. But the most important thing is not the fashion. It's about how you change as a person inside, and how changing inside can make you more compatible with somebody. I got two of my very best friends. They're happily married, and one of my friends, James, he always talk about how much he's changed, and just as a person, and he glows about glows. I'm a man. I mean, he talks tough about it and stuff. But anyway, yeah, no, he praises his wife and the life that he's made and their family and stuff like that. And it's awesome to see that. I mean, why be stuck in a relationship where you say, "Oh, I hate that person," or "I can't stand that person"? Which I've known people to talk like that all the time, and it freaks me out, because it's like, why would you want to spend the rest of your life with somebody, even if you're just dating them for years, and you just despise that person? I don't get it. But overall, it the season got the emotions out of the crowd, out of the viewers. But I wish it wasn't as messy. It became uncomfortable at times, because the hosts were kind of like goading them into saying something mean and stuff like that. And like, come on, say what you didn't like. And because at first Nick and Hannah, they were trying to not do that, and other people, it just went down like that. And I just felt bad, because it wasn't natural aggression. It felt like it was just they had the poke the bear in order to get mauled. But whatever. So I'm Cincinnati, man. I got a lot more stuff to watch. I got to watch the penguin stuff with my sister. I got to catch up on Power. Finally finished that. On my YouTube page, I watch Bridgerton, um, X Men. It's all over X Men '97. Uh, I watch and review most of this stuff I'm talking about. Saw the Joker movie with my sister. There's a lot of stuff on my channel. Please check it out. Oh, we reviewed Tyler Creator's stuff, new album. It was fine. So take care. Have a good one.